Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Indrajit Singh and I will be taking one mock test of your speaking.
Yes,
right?
sir.
So shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what subjects are you studying?
Well, I recently completed my graduation in political science and history, and I think this subject is very interesting.
Okay. Why did you choose to study these subjects?
Well, I'm very interested in knowing about more about an Esther, so I choose this particular subject.
Okay. Is it very interesting subjects?
Yes, as I earlier mentioned, it's very interesting subject to enhance our information regarding our what was happened in the past or what will happen in the future.
Are you looking forward to learning?
Well, yes, definitely. I want to go abroad for my higher education. So I think in a developed country, we get more chances to enhance our knowledge.
Okay. Are you looking? Do you prefer to study in the morning or in the evenings?
Well, I mostly prefer to study in the morning because that time I feel more fresh.
Okay. Let's talk about mirror. How often do you look at mirror?
Well, I look at a mirror once a day because I think it helped me to boost my confidence.
Have you ever bought a mirror?
Well, I recently visited Delhi and that time I bought a wooden mirror which looked very elegant.
Okay. Would you use mirror to decorate rooms?
Yes, recently I bought a mirror to decorate my dressing room and it looked very elegant. I decorate it with glittering lights.
Okay, let's talk about cake. Do you like eating cake?
Well, as I'm a sweetest person, I love to eating cake.
Do you know how to bake a cake?
Well, as my mother is very good cook, so I learn how to make a cake, and I also watch so many videos on internet to how we can make a cake in our home.
Okay, what is your favorite kind of a cake?
Well, I love to every kind of cake, especially a fruit cake or cake which are made by dry fruits.
Okay. Okay, all right. We are moving to the part two. This
Yes.
is cue card, right? So you have to describe your idea of a perfect home or a dream house where you want to live, right? You have to answer where this place is, what it is like, when you want to live there, and explain why it is ideal to you.
Okay, sir.
I'm giving you 1 minute. You can make your note if you want. Here is pen and your paper, right? Okay, all right. Your time is up. You may start now, please.
Yes. Well, according to me, home is a basic need for every human where people feel a breath of fresh air, and I think this is the place where people can enjoy with their near and dear ones. However, now I would like to share an idea of my dream house which I really want to make in a future. So recently I lived in a village in a small house. Actually this house was built by my grandfather, so we emotionally attached with this house, but unfortunately this house was not much spacious, so I would like to make my own large farmhouse with a large park because my mother loved to kitchen gardening, so where we can grow majestic trees or elegant flowers to enhance the beauty of our house. Firstly, in my house there are 3 rooms I want to make, and along with the bathrooms, and I also want to make a separate space for meditations where we can feel fresh. Apart from this, as I belong to Sikhism, especially I hang out a picture of iconic golden temple which not only enhance the beauty of our house but it also provide a positive energy. Apart from this, as my brother loved to playing a game, so I also want to install a gaming room in the backyard of my home, and I also want to install every modern marbles to enhance the beauty of my house, and I think it also provides the vibrant atmosphere. And in future, if I get my dream job, I really want to work on my dream house. So I think that was the day for me which I feel more proud on me, and I think that on that day is a day for me.
Okay. Okay, let's move on and discuss the follow-up questions. What are the most common architectural styles in Indian cities?
Well, I think in modern marble, people mostly prefer to not for a certain designs. They prefer to utilize the best. They prefer to best utilize of the space, because nowadays people concrete the jungle. People concrete the jungle. So I think that the reason we can see a lack of scarcity. So people who lived in cities, they prefer to live in apartments or flats, as well as people who live in a countryside area, they prefer to live in a double or single story houses.
What is the difference between apartment or a house?
Well, I think it's a huge difference between apartment or house. Firstly, if I talk about apartments, I think it's easy to maintain because apartments are short, but people cannot add anything according to their need. Rather than in house, we get more freedom to install obvious things according to our need.
Okay. What difficulties do people have in the city?
Well, I think in this techno-savvy era, people face various problems in cities, such as related to traffic or pollution also, and that the reason which leads to so many diseases. People who lived in a city side just suffer from various disorders.
Okay. Do Indian people like to rent a place to live?
Well, I think so. I think most of the Indian people prefer to live their own house, because they think it is essential part to having their own house.
What is the difference between living in the city or living in the countryside area?
Well, I think people who love to tranquility, they prefer to live in a countryside area, because where they can feel a lack of the nature, rather than in cities. People get more facilities regarding education or healthcare sector, especially in recreational activities where they can enjoy with their near and dear ones.
Do younger people in your country like to live with their parents or themselves?
Well, I think mostly younger people love to live with their parents, because they think they very close with their family, and the family is super important for them. So they mostly spend time with their near and dear one. I think it is the part of Indian culture to living with our elders.
Okay. Would you like to live in foreign country in the future?
Well, as I want to go abroad for my higher education, because I think in developed nation we can get more facilities regarding education or healthcare sector also.
Okay. So would you like to live there?
Yes, definitely. I want to go abroad for my higher education, so I want to live there for some particular time. When I complete my education, after that I will definitely come back my home.
Okay. Okay, Shubdeep. That's the end of your speaking
Thank
test.
you.
Thank you.